So I thought I'd share a little bit of an idea with you. I got a comment from a client friend about when you should basically take on your first employee. Now, I think everybody needs to employ or have at least one person that works with you, for you, whatever it is. You know, you need to have somebody in your team who is going to support you, because if you're a one-man band, you are doing everything within your business. And what that's ultimately going to mean is you're just living another job. And do you really want another job? Did you go self-employed to have another job? So how do you go about essentially taking on one person within your business? Well, the first thing you need to do, in my opinion, is you need to have a process. So within my mortgage company, we've broken it down to 26 steps. Now you need to think in terms of 3 sections. Your top section is going to be your marketing and your strategy and the top of the funnel. Your middle section is going to be your sales and your delivery and making sure that the money comes in. And your bottom section is going to be all your administration and all the lower value tasks. So the first thing you're going to do is you're at the top of the funnel. Your marketing, your strategy, your sales, your lead generation, you're answering the phone, you're doing every single thing and wearing 53,000 hats in your business, stressed out, probably working from 8 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. Is that you? Are any of you currently doing that at the moment? So what I think you need to do is you need to start out by having that process. So you need to say, right, what are the things I do on a daily, weekly basis that are related to marketing, that are related to building the business, that are related to lead generation, to networking? You then need to think about what your sales process is. So what happens when a client makes an inquiry with your business? Do they pick up the phone? Are they inquiring by the internet? Are they emailing you? Are they Facebook messaging you? What happens then? Do you book them into an appointment? Do you have a manual diary? Do you have an online diary? And then how do you go out? Do you go out and see them? You know, what's your sales process from end to end? And literally list it out. As I say, my process is 26 steps to go from first inquiry, however that comes into the business, right the way through to the point where the client completes on their mortgage and collects their keys. So Lee, who made the inquiry, is a photographer. So I would imagine that he's getting messages on Facebook. He's probably getting phone calls. He's probably getting emails. Now that's something that he doesn't necessarily have to be answering or taking. If he uses something like Calendly, or if he's got Office 365, you know, he could have somebody who could have access to his diary and basically book appointments that suit his lifestyle and fit around him, his family and his business, because that's something I'm massively passionate about. There's no point in having one, a job, but 2, there's no point in working 9 to 9, you don't see your kids growing up and you don't get to spend time with your wife and everything's falling to pieces and going to shit. You know, you need to build a business around your life. You need to make enough money to pay your bills, but you need to have fun and you need to make sure that you're spending time with those that you want to spend time with. So by itemizing your process and literally breaking it down to every single step, you can then put your name against one of them. You can then put PA or admin against the next ones. Once you know what elements of your job you can offload, and please do not offload the sales tasks first. You need to offload the low value, the administration, the answering the phone, the bookkeeping, the checking the emails, the booking things into your appointment, the potential follow-ups with clients. I do one follow-up with my client, but then Lauren will take over and handle that whole process from the point where the mortgage application is submitted. And then I speak to them right at the very end, because I can't be dealing with new clients and placing their mortgages and finding their mortgages and helping them get their home, whilst also trying to speak to mortgage lenders, attach documentation to their system, focus on getting the solicitors a kick up the arse, because we all know that buying property solicitors drag their heels. So within your process, if you can itemize exactly what you want your PA or your administrator to do, then that's going to enable you to feel a little bit less stressed. Once you then itemize that out, you can then look to take on your first employee. Now, it doesn't have to be an employee. A really good friend of mine, Emma Mills, runs a company called My PA. She is a virtual PA, and she can deal with answering your telephones. So at least if you've got somebody, and actually on that point, answering your phone. Do not answer your phone when somebody calls you. And that might sound negative. It might sound like you're not providing the best possible service. But if you answer your phone and you're in the middle of something, you're distracted. You're therefore not getting that job done as quickly as you possibly could. If they really want to speak to you, they're going to leave a message. They're going to leave a voicemail. You're busy. You can call people back. And that's one of the things to being massively productive, is to chunk your time. Now I'm going off on another key. Maybe that's another live. We're talking about how to take on your first employee. So Emma Mills, My PA. You could contact Emma Mills and you could say, Emma, I want you to answer every single one of my phone calls at the end of every day. You know, I want you to tell them that they're going to get a call back within 24 hours. At the end of every day, I want you to send me an email with every single client who has called in and what the reason for their call is. And she has an awesome online system that you fill out, the questions that you want them to ask, absolutely everything. So you could do that virtually, and you can pay, I think it's per hour or per call, or you can pay for a chunk of calls. You know, that's going to free your time up. The next thing that you could do, and I believe is massively important, and I've literally only done this since April. I wish I had done it 10 years ago. First of all, I started using Xero. My whole business for almost 11 years, I used Excel to do my accounting. Why the hell did I use Excel to do my accounting? I used to go on to Barclays, download my bank statement, essentially, income, credits and debits, onto an Excel spreadsheet, and I used to tick off every single invoice. It would take me 1 or 2 hours a week. I then went and got Xero, Xero, if you want to Google it. Online system, costs like £13 a month. You pay for the number of transactions that go through your business. And my God, I can run a monthly profit and loss. Quick, instant, like that. I don't have to try and map it out on another spreadsheet. I can look at the last 3 months as an average to see where I'm spending most of my bills. You can itemize what you're spending your money on, and you can click to go deep on the 10 transactions that all came under marketing and administration. So you can, or marketing and advertising, sorry. So you can start to see where you're spending your money. That's number one. Go and get Xero. And find yourself, and this is what I did in April as well, was I got myself a bookkeeper. Oh my days. As I say, running the Excel spreadsheets used to take me a couple of hours a week. When I took on Xero, it probably started taking me an hour a week. But that hour was a stressful hour. I'm not an accountant. I like looking at accounts and helping business owners buy their dream home and remortgaging, and I'm dealing with expenses and looking at the expenses that people pay. But I don't want to sit there doing an administration job that my bookkeeper, I put all my receipts into Dropbox. I've got a Xero app on my phone. I filled up my car with petrol this morning. I put a picture onto the Xero app on my phone. And then she goes in once a week and reconciles everything and emails me and goes, I'm missing this invoice, I'm missing that invoice. That saves me an hour a week, which when you add that up, that's 52 hours a year. Or let's say I have 4 weeks worth of holiday. That's 48 hours a year. That 48 hours, you don't spend fannying around, you spend on making more money, which is lead generation, marketing, speaking to more clients, providing a better service. The whole idea of taking on your first person is not to be lazy, it's to actually have more free time. Now, you are going to be increasing your expenses, and that's why you then need to make more money to offset them. But you start off with low value tasks that are going to enable you to generate more inquiries, to do more networking, to share more posts on social media, to create more video, to invest more time into your business and bringing clients into your business. If you're currently at 2 sales a week and you take on a PA, you need to work out, do you need to increase to 3, 4, 5 sales per week? Realistically, as a one-man band, the majority of one-man band sole traders earn roughly £50,000 to £75,000 a year. As soon as you go and take on another person and you've got 2 people within your business and you've offloaded the lower value tasks, then you can start to look at £150,000 to £200,000 a year. So you can start to run your numbers.